What's up, y'all? It's your girl Kenzo for Life here, and today I would like to send a letter to Activision. Dear Activision, my heartbreak as a once loyal Call of Duty fan. After more than a decade and a frankly embarrassing number of hours, I'm finally breaking up with Call of Duty. No, this isn't a rage quit. This is a conscious uncoupling. This is my open letter to Activision explaining how a game I loved has ghosted me. For years, this wasn't just a game. It was where my friends and I met up after school, after work, and deep into the night. It was our thing. Now it feels like an empty shell that just copies whatever's popular instead of being the one everyone copies. I remember the exact moment I fell for Call of Duty, the all gillied up mission in COD 4. The stealth, the tension, it was a masterpiece. The game, plus the original Modern Warfare 2 and first two Black Ops titles, had a perfect formula. It was simple, fast, fun shooting on maps that were actual playgrounds. And the maps, terminal, high-rise, favela, firing range, they weren't just random piles of junk. They were perfectly designed arenas. You learn the routes, the cheap head glitch spots, and the sneaky pass to flank the entire enemy team. You had to earn your kill streaks, and hearing the roar of a Harrier or a chopper gunner meant you were the king of the lobby, at least for the next 60 seconds. It was a badge of honor. Even the grind felt rewarding. Hitting the next prestige was a real achievement. Unlocking a new emblem felt like it meant something. The community, even with its world famous trash talk, felt like a community. We were all in it together, speaking the secret language of callouts and clutch plays. We weren't just customers, we were fans. It felt like the developers actually played and loved the game too. Now that relationship feels totally one-sided. It's hard to pinpoint when the magic died, but the warning signs were there. It started small with the money stuff. First came map packs, which were fine because you got new maps. But that slowly turned into loot boxes and the giant in-your-face store we have now. Suddenly, the goal wasn't to earn the cool stuff, it was to buy it. The best looking skins weren't rewards for skill anymore, they were just locked behind your credit card. Then came the gameplay changes, and the biggest offender was skill-based matchmaking, or SBMM. Overnight, the fun of casual matches disappeared. Hopping on to chill and mess around with friends, gone. Every single game started to feel like the World Series. Look, I work all day. I don't want to come home and feel like I need to clock in for a second, much sweatier job, just to get a few kills in a casual game. The system punishes you for having a good time. The better you play, the harder your next lobbies are, until you hit a wall and feel like you're going nowhere. It kills creativity, forcing everyone to use the same 3 metaguns just to compete. The joy of trying weird loadouts is dead. The fun of a relaxed COD night is dead. It was the first sign that our fun was less important than their spreadsheets. Which brings us to today. where everything just feels off. The biggest problem? Weapon balancing. For years now, it feels like new guns aren't balanced for a fair fight. They're balanced to drive sales. A new season drops, and what a shock! A new weapon from the Battle Pass is ridiculously overpowered. It dominates the game for weeks, and then, right on cue, it gets nerfed just as the next season's shiny new gun is ready. This cycle is even worse because they're trying to balance guns for both normal multiplayer and the giant Warzone map at the same time. It doesn't work. You have submachine guns beaming people from sniper distances. It makes skill and strategy feel pointless. It's a pattern, and it's a pattern designed to sell stuff, not to make a good game. And then there's the cheating. It's an epidemic that has destroyed all trust. We've all been there, getting instantly headshotted by some player tracking you through 3 walls and a bus. It makes you question every single death. Yeah, Activision has its Ricochet anti-cheat, and they love announcing big ban waves. But to the average player, it feels like playing whack-a-mole. Cheaters just come back on new accounts. When you can't trust that you're in a fair fight, the reason to play at all just vanishes. Every longtime fan has a breaking point. For me, it was realizing what the company truly cares about. The leaks about them thinking of putting game modes behind the paid battle pass were a huge red flag. They backed off after the community went nuclear, but the fact they even considered it said everything. The message was clear. Nothing is off limits for monetization. Then they accidentally put ads for store bundles inside the loadout menu for a full-priced $70 game. Calling it a UI error was just insulting our intelligence. We're not playing a game anymore. We're trying to dodge pop-up ads. Between the base game, the Battle Pass, the premium version of the Battle Pass, and the store bundles, the cost to be a dedicated fan is out of control. It feels less like a premium game and more like a free-to-play mobile app designed to wring every cent out of you. That was the moment I knew. The Call of Duty I loved is gone. It's been replaced by a machine that sees its players not as a community, but as walking wallets. My time, my loyalty, it doesn't feel valued. It feels like I'm just a number on a spreadsheet. So, this is me tapping out. It's a sad day, but it had to happen. The broken balancing, the sweaty matchmaking, the cheaters, and the feeling that I'm being constantly sold to has finally killed my love for this franchise. I'm not leaving angry, just disappointed. I hope that one day Activision remembers that great games are built on respect for the player, not just on making the next sales goal. But I'm not holding my breath. But that's my story. I want to hear yours. What was your favorite Call of Duty? When did you notice things starting to change? And what was your I'm done moment? Let me know down in the comments. And if you feel the same way, maybe subscribe, because I'm on a new mission now to find games that actually want you to have fun. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And until next time, you guys, stay frosty.